All right, I'm going to try to walk you through this. I'm going to be clicking play and pause a few times. So this is the Dolphin Easy Reader app. You can use it on a phone or an iPad or a tablet. I believe it's free on Android, but I will double check just in case you don't have an iPhone or an iPad. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on Windows, so it's not going to work on a computer unless you purchase it, but it is free as far as being an app. So what we're going to do is we're going to work with Mrs. Hale so that we can assign different books for her through Bookshare, and we can use Dolphin Easy Reader so that it can work the best possible way for her. You can just use Bookshare as an option to have books, but it's not as clean looking or as organized as Dolphin Reader is. So once you get started in here, you're going to see that you have to click on Bookshare. You're going to have to log in. I'm logging in as Fred Flintstone so that I can show you what this is going to look like. You saw that at the beginning it only had one book. That wasn't the book that I was looking for. I had done another book, so I went and I clicked, go back here. After I got logged in, I clicked on My History there. And when I clicked on My History, it had what was assigned to me, or what was assigned to Fred Flintstone. So from here, I go ahead and I click on one of them. I click download. It doesn't take super long to download, maybe a minute at the most. I could click play if I wanted to there, but instead I wanted to show you going back. So from here, I could click open and get it to start, but I wanted to show you if I click the back arrow, click back, and then I click the books up here. Then the next thing, it's going to pull this up and you can click on My Books right here. It's not very good at showing tapping from my phone. So you click on My Books and there you go. There's the book. This then is going to go into a highlighted mode. You can see here, well, if I wasn't going so fast, you can see here you can change like the color, you can change the text size, you can change the theme, the line spacing, and the letter spacing. I end up shortly in the video pulling up some extra line spacing to try to help with the highlighting. Because you'll notice that the highlighting covers up some of the text a little bit. You'll see here in a second. I'll just let this play so you can see all the colors there. But if you click on font, which is next, Open Dyslexic is a font that is specifically made for students with dyslexic-like tendencies. So that's a pretty neat font to try because it has different curves in it that make the letters look less alike than some other fonts, make them look more unique. So if I skip ahead, I change the theme and things like that, but you can see the line spacing, how some of that highlighting is covering up. So I went back in and I increased as far as that goes. Now I'm going to let you listen to the voice. This one's probably the best voice. It's Nikki, that's American. You can purchase some voices, but Nikki, here we go. Well, oh, that's right. I didn't play it yet. I'm sorry. The first page, what's unfortunate about any ebook is that it's going to put it in this format to where all the copyright information is at the very beginning. So you have to go down to the bottom and skip ahead here to the next page. I'm going to check, and I'll put it in the email to you. I didn't check to see if this would read this aloud on an ebook in this format, but this format is the best at having the pictures along with it. So there's a little bit of give and take there. But then you would just click load next. It's going to go to then the title page. And then once it gets started, I'm going to see if I can get it to work. Hopefully it works with the speakers. If not, you're going to hear
contents. A letter from Kate DiCamillo.
That's probably the best voice we have. If you click up here then on the speaker, which I'll go ahead, but I'm not going to. Here's what the settings look like. Like I said, Nikki is a pretty strong voice in comparison to, there's a voice that's Fred that sounds really robotic. And then there's one other United States English voice. But Nikki's probably sounds the most clear out of all of them. The nice thing about this is you have access to like over 800,000 books to be able to use. We're just going to have to work with Miss Hale to know what books are going to be best and what books, if she's going to assign books, or if Mrs. Hunt has assigned books, then we can look at that way. You can add voices, so you can purchase voices. I'm not sure if you can listen to them or not, but they're like $7. So I don't know how much better they are for having to pay for them. And then you can also go into voice settings to change the rate of speech and things like that. I think that's just about it. Let me make sure I went through and so there's the voice settings where you can change the volume. You can then how long they pause at punctuation, the rate of their speech, and then you can do a little playback there. Here's the voices that you can pay for. There's $6.99. For some reason, I ended up thinking that the other voices, when you changed them, were in there, but they weren't. So I scrolled in there for a minute, and then you can see. Well, maybe not. I thought I went back into the voices, but I did not. You just click on voices here, and it pulls up. It will pull up for you voices, the different